Hey guys, it's Bilal Ahmed, and I'm back here with Funnel Teardowns. And today I've got a very different type of brand here. So it's Kiana Danial, and her brand name is Invest Diva. So she's basically in finance niche, and it's a very different type of brand. So most brands that you would see in this particular niche, they have a very pro marketer or boss babe type vibe to it. They would use direct response, hardcore direct response, and over the top promises, a lot of fake scarcity, stuff like that. But her brand is totally different. So the entire the vibe, the feel to it, the voice of this brand is that of a mother, a woman. It's a very nurturing type of vibe. So someone who has been through the struggle, who has been in trenches for some time now, and who is going to help people achieve exactly what she has achieved, through trial and error. And you would see her with her daughter in different videos, and she would be talking about things from a very different perspective. So it's totally different type of brand, and let's dive in and take a look at the funnel. But before we talk about everything, I would like to clarify a few very important concepts here. So first of all, I'm doing a copy slash conversion rate optimization crow analysis here. And to do this properly, especially when it comes to crow analysis, you must have access to that person's Google Analytics account, Facebook account manager, where they run their ads and other such tools. For example, email management tool, but I don't have access to all those tools. So whatever I'm going to say here is based on my 2 years in this coaching and consulting niche, where I wrote ads and emails and landers for different coaches and consultants, 5 days a week, in all different niches. So finance, e-com, health, bizop, the crypto coaches, public relationing coaches, and all different types of coaches and consultants. So what I'm doing here is I'm just basing this conversion rate optimization analysis based on good practices, best practices. So, and I'm going to take a look at this from an outsider's perspective. I don't have a claim to make here. I don't know her brand strategy. I don't know her advertising strategy. I don't know about the testing. Maybe she's using short form ads after testing long form ads for quite some time, and since she didn't get good results from them and she's getting good results from short form ads, who knows, because you don't have access to all the data. So after making everything clear, let's start. And before I do that, by the way, excuse my bad handwriting. I was just trying to make a cool presentation here, playing with my Apple Pencil. What I'm going to do here is take a look at the hook first. So this is the first thing. It's the skip stopper when it comes to Facebook. It's the scroll stopper when it comes to skip stopper when it's YouTube. Scroll stopper when it's Facebook. So this first line is very important. And it says, market crashes make the most millionaires. So this is there's a contrarian angle to it. She's saying something that most people won't believe, and it's a very good thing. So it definitely stopped me in my tracks. That's exactly how I went from not being able to pay rent to making 5 million plus in the previous recession. So that's another cool thing. So she didn't say 5 mil or 2 mil or 3 mil. See, she used a very specific number here. She used an exact amount here. And so what's very cool about using a specific number? Well, conversion rate optimization best practices, what they tell us is that people are more likely to believe in odd numbers and specific numbers as compared to something as simple as 5 mil or 2 mil or 6 figures or 7 figures, something like that. So this hook is very good, just as good as it gets, and there is a proof that she has used here. So from the get-go, she is establishing the fact that she can help people. So the proof that she has used here is the money proof, the money she has made in trenches, running her own businesses, which is very good. Then we come to body copy, and the first sentence says, "Are you ready to become the next recession story?" And that's kind of disappointing. So when I'm reading this thing, and again, I have been doing this for 2 years now, so converting cold traffic. And when you run ads to cold traffic, a long form copy mostly beats short form copy, and for a very simple reason. And what's that reason? Uh, you're talking to a new person, so the overused expression, the example analogy in marketing, it's like your first date. You don't ask for a favor on your first date. You don't propose the girl on your first date. You have to prime her. You have to talk to her. You have to nurture her, and then you can expect something. So a cold traffic ad, the beauty of a long form ad is that it sums up the customer journey from click to conversion in one thing, in one particular piece. So you're not doing that here. You're writing a short form ad, which could be good, which could be bad. Again, I don't know about the back end statistics here, but even if you have to do that, write a short form ad, there are some needs to be fulfilled here. So I'm a new person, I'm a cold lead who don't even know who you are, who doesn't know your brand, who doesn't know the benefits of your offer, who doesn't know anything. And I've got some questions in my mind after reading these big claims. I've got some questions in my mind, and you're not answering those questions. The first question is, okay, if you made this much money, how exactly you did this? Maybe I was expecting to know more about your story. Maybe I was expecting to see some social proof here. So your proof, money proof is good, but it's not good enough. Why? Because you are the coach and guru. You are on a very high pedestal, right? People don't see themselves even close to where you are right now. They want some more relevant story. So relevance is one of the most underrated marketing tactics. When you give people a story that they can believe, they're more likely to take action. So maybe you should have given that story here. At least explain your offer's benefits here. Then comes the CTA, and she's using scarcity here, but it's a subtle scarcity. Save your seat. No limited seats, no limited, time. It says limited seats, but it's not saying it loud enough. So that's her brand's voice, basically, and I cannot love it enough. Um, so short form ads are fine, but Facebook's algo does a much better job of targeting your ideal target customers. Needle in the haystack if your copy is long form. So this is another reason to write long form copy. One reason, the primary reason, the biggest reason is that you have to nurture your audience, and short form ads, especially when you're targeting cold traffic, they just can't do that. It's in most cases, not in this case because I don't know about the backend processes and everything, statistics and data. But from my experience, in most cases, it's almost suicidal to send your traffic to short form ads because people have to know a lot about you. But there is one more reason. So media buying, as important as it is, it's not as effective as it was a few years ago. Now, Facebook's AI, Facebook's algorithm, basically it crawls through your copy and it finds out the perfect ideal target customer that you want to target, right? And you do that with long form ads. Short form ads, they cannot do that as well as long form ads will, because in long form ads you can talk about a lot of things. So just like chat gpt, when you want to get something good out of AI, whether it's Facebook AI or whether it's chat gpt, you have to be specific, you have to give context, you have to be detailed. So you give a very detailed prompt to chat gpt. Imagine you are a real estate investor, you are in your 50s, you're on the verge of divorce because your wife is not happy with all the investments you have been making because you've not been making a lot of money. and you're on the verge of going bankrupt too, because you have been making less money than you have been spending, and now there is this product that you just read about. And what are the what are the exact pain points that you want this product to target? What are the exact desired outcomes that you want to see in the copy? Something that detailed. You have to dive deeper to get something good from AI, which you won't do when you write short form ads. So that's one of the reasons I've seen many successful people doing that. So one of my friends from Copy Accelerator Mastermind, Lauren Penelis, if I'm pronouncing the last name correctly. So he is Facebook ad copy expert and media buying expert, and so he's just one of those awesome people who basically have been getting good results, consistently and continuously from Facebook, only because they write long form ads. And I've also been doing the same. So you have to write long form copy to get something good out of AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Facebook's algo. So I wasn't quite ready for the CTA. A reader wasn't quite ready for it. But what's something good here is that Kiana basically made it stupid simple for the readers to take the next step, right? If, and it's a big if I am already convinced enough to click the link and go to her lender and find out what it is, she has made it very simple for me. So she says that click the button below, and then she also gives you the link that if you cannot find the button, because people aren't that brilliant and bright as they think they are, so all of them won't scroll down. Some of them are already thinking about a link, and it's always a good practice to drop at least 2 links in your Facebook ad, especially if it's a long form ad. So all good, as far as the CTA link and this copy is concerned. But my major concern is that excuse me, that maybe this ad should have been a long form ad. Then comes the creative. So it could either be an image or a video. In this case, it's a video. And I'm not going to play the video because I just have a screenshot here, but I'm going to tell you what it is. So it's again about her brand voice, so which is a lovely brand voice, which has a nurturing mom-like vibe to it. So a soft touch. There is no boss babe or bro marketer feel and voice to it. So she's talking about the pain points of target market. She's telling them that recession is the best time to start a business and make money. So this is good, but the problem is that she's not using any proof here. So she has used her personal success proof, which is the money that she made, which is good. So she established authority from the get-go, but maybe she could use some other proofs too. So social proof, or maybe proof of process, or maybe one of those 19 or so proofs that Victor Schwab used. So for example, one thing that I've noticed throughout her funnel, and I've only dissected her Facebook ad, her landing page, and her email. One thing I've noticed is that she's not using social proof, and it's not because she doesn't have any. Actually, she's got a lot of client success stories, so which is astounding. Something that I cannot believe, that if you have that many client success stories, you would like to use them. You must use them in your cold traffic ads, because cold traffic, it's a fickle bunch. Those people, they it's not easy to please them. So one way to please them is, first of all, you hit some emotional hot buttons and let them know that you know them more than they do themselves. First thing. Second thing, you immediately give some proof. So you have to use social proof in cold traffic ads. I cannot emphasize that enough. Then comes the headline, take control of your financial future. It's good, but it's not great. So a better headline would have some element of urgency to it. Control your financial future right now. Or maybe bandwagon effect. The number of people you have helped so far with this particular product or solution. Or maybe take control of your financial future. Maybe you could use some benefit, like some low-hanging fruit. Like, what is it that they're going to immediately get if they click the link and watch your training? So take control of your financial future. It's a good headline, but it's not a great headline. So it sounds more like an advice. This was all about Facebook ad. Let's take a look at the lander. So first thing about a landing page is above the fold area, and I cannot praise this above the fold area enough. Like there are some points where it could use some improvements definitely, but let's give the credit where it's due. So this is the above the fold area, right? Not only my handwriting is good, but my drawing is also not good. So above the fold area, this screen full part, it must have everything that your reader needs to take action, right? It should have the headline, it should have these objection busters here, right here, and it should have the objection busters like where you're keeping the market from disqualifying you or from disqualifying itself. So both these elements are important. Then there is the form, then there is the CTA button, and even the sport button. So I cannot love this enough. Again, I don't know if it's intentional, but it goes so well with the brand voice and everything. So support is right there from the get-go. You just land on this landing page, and if you have a question, you can just click this button without having to scroll down. So you don't have to scroll down to find this button. All good. But there are still some room for improvement. So let's take a look here. So headline does not do what it is supposed to do, which is take the reader from click to conversion. So this is a good headline, but this is not a great headline. So 3 secrets to take control of your financial future and make your money work for you, right? So it's fine, but you're not talking about the benefits, for example. So take control of your financial future. Maybe there could be a more compelling form of it. Maybe you could try Clayton Makepeace's so what technique and find out a more compelling form, a more appealing outcome. Make your money work for you. Okay, that is also good, but how? That's one question that I have in my mind. And what's more important is that I would say, I'm not saying at all that there is a message mismatch between this headline copy and the ad that you have just read. But big doors and small hinges, right? So you must remember that particular part. So why would I say the big doors and small hinges? So there was a particular word mentioned in the ad copy, and it was used in that text. So she's talking about market crashes and recession. You can see the word recession right here, and you cannot watch this video, but I have watched, and there is this sentence from the video that recession is the best time to start a business and make money, right? So it would have been better if she included that word recession in this landing page copy too. So not only in the headline, but in the body copy of this landing page too, you don't find the word recession or market crash anywhere. So attention to details, that matters. So I'm not saying that this is a bad headline, but it could definitely be improved. So speaking of improvement, this headline complex, it does not call out the avatar at all. And I know a very particular reason she didn't do that. So her market basically is broad. So she is basically targeting everyone who wants to achieve financial freedom, which is why you wouldn't see something like for housewives who want to achieve financial freedom, for single moms who want to beat recession, for struggling fathers who want to achieve financial freedom for their family. She didn't say something like that because her market is broad, and I understand that from studying your funnel. But there are certain other ways of calling out your target market without having to call them out. So if you don't want to call out a particular segment like single moms, struggling fathers, housewives, it's fine. But you can always mention their desired outcomes or their pain points. So for example, for people who want to achieve financial freedom, or for example, for people who want to create generational wealth during this recession, something like that. So you could still call out your avatar without having to call him or her out, right? It definitely does make it clear what readers are expected to do, and there are objection busters, so this is something important. Um, this is one of the areas where this headline it does a great job. So it basically keeps the readers from disqualifying the offer owner, that's Kiana, and it also keeps them from disqualifying themselves. So people are thinking in these two dimensions while they're reading copy. Uh, so one thing is, okay, you're making some big claims, but are you good for them? Like, can you actually do this? Which is where you use proof, which is where I would talk about this thing. There is lack of social proof in this headline. Social proof or any proof. There is no specificity, no money figure, anything like that. If she did that, it would have been better for her, but let's talk about some of the things that she has done, which are actually good. So, for example, without taking too much risk, even if you're super busy and not a math whiz, so she's just telling them that even if they're noob, even if they don't want to take too much risk, and even if they already have a full-time job or business, they can still make use of this thing. So she's keeping the market from disqualifying itself and from disqualifying her offer. So that's a good job, definitely. Then there is again attention to detail. So if you take a look at this CTA button, for example, it says save your seat, and then the micro copy says get these secrets for free. Now this is good copy, not bad, but you have to make it more outcome centric. So people, they are not here to save a seat. They would appreciate some secrets for free, but that's also not what they want. So you have to look at the bigger picture. Ask yourself what's the last thing, what's the big thing, what's the end result that your target market wants, and you have to promise that result in your CTA button copy, which you didn't do. And one more important thing is that you must have seen everyone doing that, and I was shocked to see that this landing page didn't have that micro copy. Is that right after the CTA button, there is a line that says your email won't be shared. It is safe with us, something like that, something to that effect. So you are basically creating unnecessary friction here. People don't always trust that microcopy, that one line that says that your email is safe with us, so we're not going to share it with anyone. But it's still better. It still creates trust, even if it's just a few notches, right? So you should have done that. Then let's take a look at body copy. Okay, so I'm not saying that by just watching this masterclass you're gonna become a millionaire. In fact, if anyone ever tells you that, run far away from them. Investing in the financial markets involves risk, and so does eating a burrito at 2 in the morning. So this is brilliant copy basically. It's a beautiful way to bust the first ever objection that comes to their mind, which is this a get rich quick thing? And am I gonna be a millionaire in a few weeks or months, something like that? So basically, she's just setting the expectations right here, which is a very smart thing to do, which is what you must do in this particular niche, because people always come to a landing page like this with either suspicion that this is another get rich quick thing, it's a scam, it's nonsense, or they would be simpletons to think that I would just take this thing, I would apply it, and I would get rich. So you have to basically save yourself from both types of people: those who doubt your offer and think it's a scam, and those who think that your offer is too good that it'll make them a millionaire by next month or next year, right? So this is what she's doing here, which is super smart. For over a decade, I have dedicated my life to helping moms, dads, fur parents, plant parents, aunts, and uncles. Again, her brand type. So she's talking about family, moms and dads and uncles and aunts take control of their financial future and build generational wealth using the spare money they were leaving in the bank. Some have even started with just $50 per month. So she is basically encouraging the people to start at some point, even if it's just $50 per month. And once they make their first dollars in the markets, we give them an Invest Diva t-shirt. Take a look. So now you can take a look at these people here. And I don't know if it's on purpose, but it's something that goes very well with her brand voice. So if you take a look at these people, you would see that two words would come to your mind: inclusivity and diversity. So you would see different age groups, like this is a man in his 50s, maybe late 40s. Then you can see a woman in the same age group. Then you see some young woman, and then you can take a look at the genders too. So one man and there are multiple women, and then you can see that there are different ethnicities too. So you would see three Anglo-Saxon women, and you would see one African American woman. So I don't know if it's on purpose, but it's cute. It goes so well with the brand's voice, and it's smart. So good thing to do. But still, there is some room for improvement. So you're using this as proof, basically, and it would have been better if we could see some names next to these images, if not the testimonials. Because proof, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of proof, especially when you're targeting cold traffic. Okay, so let's take a look at this part now. So your coach, Kiana Danial, CEO of Invest Diva, is an award-winning Wall Street Journal and USA Today best-selling author, and this is good. So almost all top converting landing pages that I've seen in coaching and consulting niche, where there's a guru or a coach or a consultant, it's a personal brand. There is always this brand authority, coach authority part, which you must include. So it's a smart thing to do, right? That's one way to establish proof. That's one way to remove friction. That's one way to get people to trust you, and that's necessary. But there should be some detail to it. So maybe 2 to 3 lines, making Kiana and her offer relevant to the people she is targeting, which is what she didn't do here. So if you're selling cakes, your target market cannot care less about your being an author, speaker, or influencer. So her market is not like that. She's not selling cakes, definitely. So her market would actually value her being a USA Today best-selling author, but maybe not as much as her being a millionaire, as her owning a big portfolio, as her running multiple successful businesses. So maybe those proof elements, those few lines could make it a better coach authority section. So that's one thing that you could do. And then there is something that I cannot make sense of, a lender within a lender. Just take a look at this part. You would see here. So if you take a look at this part and take a good look, because I'm going to show you the above the fold area again. So if you see here, there's a headline, there's a video, there is this supporting sub headline. So there are some fascinations, there are some even ifs and withouts, objection busters. There is the CTA button too. So by all means, the only thing missing is a form here. So there is no form where you would give your email ID and your name, but everything else is here, and it's very similar to the above the fold area, this part, right? And I cannot think of a logical reason of doing that except one. So let's talk about that. And before I do that, again, I'm not the business owner behind this lender. I don't know this market as well as she does. I don't know her strategy or where she comes from, so I'm not judging anything here. But based on my 2-year plus experience in this coaching consulting niche, including finance niche, there's only one justifiable reason I can think of. And that is that parents make a big part of her otherwise big, broad market, right? So parents, they make a big part of her otherwise big and broad market. So when she decided the people she wanted to target, she thought that, and she rightly thought that almost everyone wants to achieve financial independence. Almost everyone is interested in stocks, in crypto, in forex, in anything that can make them money. So why confine yourselves? Why limit yourselves to a particular segment? So she didn't limit herself, which is a good thing to do, most probably. But then she also thought that while all these segments, single moms, single dads, housewives, struggling fathers, single people, who have yet to make couples, while all of them make her target market, there are parents who actually make the bigger segment of her target market. So why? Because no one else is as concerned about their future as parents are. Parents, they have kids definitely, and when you have kids, kids are helpless. They are growing. They have their needs. There is, they have to go to school. They have to go to college. They have to, they have to get married. They maybe have to start some business, and you need money for all that. So parents are very much concerned about financial future. So it is a smart thing to target parents, but the way she executed this sort of made it confusing. And I want you to pay attention here because I'm going to talk about something very important here. So from Crow viewpoint, conversion rate optimization viewpoint, what she has done here unintentionally, it kills dopamine. So far, it was all about dopamine hit. I was very happy. So imagine that I am a single man. I haven't even gotten married. So I haven't got married. Uh, if I'm not married, I don't have kids either. And I am concerned about my financial future. So I have to do all these things in future. I have to find a girl. I have to get married. Then I have to have kids. Then I have to build a future for those kids. And I read that short form Facebook ad, which didn't say a lot about the offer, which didn't say a lot about social proof. And I, jumped to this lender. I clicked the button, and I am here. I'm on this landing page, and I am pumped. I have seen some social proof, even though those were just images. I have read some details. I am, intrigued. I am hyped up. I want to know those secrets that you have just promised me. But then out of nowhere, this word parents came out, right? So this came out of nowhere, and it basically wigs me out. It wigged me out because I wasn't expecting this. Parents, I'm not a parent, so what are you telling me? If this offer is not for me? Immediately, you took away their dopamine hit. Where is that? And you triggered cortisol. You drove them away from your offer. So you could include parents in your target market without having to, drive single people or, people who are not parents, who are just, let's say, couples, without having to drive them away from your offer. So how you could do that? Maybe you could just write a simple headline, something like, for people who want to build a recession proof future, for people, especially parents, who want to build a recession proof future, or something like that. So you are telling them that it's for parents, but it's not only for parents, and that's important. So that was about this part. Then we come to these curiosity bullets or fascinations, whatever you want to call them. Take a good look. In this free training, you will learn secret one: no sweat investing, the easiest low risk way to start controlling your money right now. Secret two: no math investing. Again, so she is just taking away those fears. So keeping the market from disqualifying itself. Okay, one of the people who clicked the link is thinking, okay, I think it's time taking. You're telling them, no, it's not going to take time. It won't take too much of your time. One of them is thinking, okay, one of them is like me, so humanities group, and that guy, he hates math. Okay, you don't have to worry about math, even though it's finance, investment and all that. Those things that, beyond your understanding, but the solution is so simple that math is not involved, so you don't have to worry about math. And one of them is thinking, okay, investing, I don't know, I don't know anything about investing. So you're telling them that it's no sweat investing. You have made investing simple, easy. So it's super, you know, super awesome what you're doing here, what Kiana is doing here. Why being a math whiz can actually cost you when it comes to investing. So you're also assuring them that actually math enthusiasts aren't as good investors as other people are, right? And you're telling them that to make profitable investment, you don't need too much time. I'm sorry about that. In most cases, it would only take 1 hour, right? You're telling them that it's low risk, so there's no risk involved. You don't have to sweat, you don't have to worry about that. And it's all good, but there's just one consideration here. So I am a big fan of using curiosity bullets, but there are just two considerations here. Number one, when you use them, you release some of the tension that basically kept people going. Now we don't know if they still want to find out what's on the other side, or they are happy with the information they have got and thus have no interest in the next step. So you have to find the sweet spot between not educating people at all and educating them so much that they now don't have a need or want to buy your stuff. So, how to know that? You have to be very careful when you're writing bullets and fascinations. So, it's again subject to the statistics and data, the back end statistics and data. I don't know if these bullets are performing well or not. I don't know if she A/B tested a version of this landing page without these bullets. That's the stuff that I don't know anything about, so I'm not judging anything here. Second thing is that, and that's something I'm very sure about, is that I haven't seen a single landing page that had the fascinations but didn't have them in the above the fold area. So if you have to use fascinations and if you want to use them in body copy, definitely go for it. It's good practice. But you must have those fascinations in the above the fold area too, because that's where they actually belong. Uh, why? Because above the fold area, it must have everything that you think will take for them to take action. So if you think that this market is a sucker for this type of fascinations, you must add those fascinations to the headline area. Repeat them in the body copy if you want to, but you must have them in the above the fold area, right after the headline. Then comes social proof, and it's good, but it's not very good. So let's take a look. This is Trustpilot rating, by the way. Some snapshot, I think, some screenshot of Trustpilot rating. I don't know, but I can see the name of the person, Daniel. It makes it somewhat trustworthy. I can see InvestDiva, and he's talking about the power course, and what he says is InvestDiva's power course is absolutely amazing. It starts from the very basic, and then it gets cropped out. So we cannot read the remaining review, which is not good. So you created trust, excuse me. So you created trust, but then you left it there. Like you didn't finish what you started. So people, they started walking from A, but they didn't quite make it to Z. It's one way to put it. And the second thing is that social proof, your CTA button, and benefits of your offer, these few important things. So you should not make people scroll down to find simple things like a CTA button, benefits, or proof, right? So everything else is good with this landing page. Again, if you go back to above the fold area, it's almost perfect. It has got the benefits, even though they could use some Clayton Makepeace's so what technique. Benefits are there, even if some without part is there. The form is there. The video is there. Again, she is with her daughter, the soft touch. Again, so that is there. The CTA button is there, even the support button is there, but social proof is not there. And you made people scroll down. You made them to scroll down to the bottom of this page to find some social proof. So that's not good form. One thing I think I have missed that is this video. I'm talking about this video right here. So I cannot play it because it's a screenshot, but this video is again, it's spot on. So what I have to say about it is, here I have seen her ads. This brand leans heavily on brand marketing, more branding, and subtle direct response. The direct response is there. If you want to convert people, you have to use direct response. Even if you hate the word direct response, you have to use it. So direct response is there, but it's very subtle. Branding is more dominant here. So this video also does that. All these video ads, all these videos, they etch the image of a humble, playful, lively, been there, done that, wanna help you achieve the same kind of female entrepreneur on the hearts and minds of her market. So that's very cool. That's the best part I loved about this funnel, this particular vibe and feel to it. Now let's come to the last part, which is the email, right? Let me zoom out a little. Okay. So the first thing about email, and we're going to do a very short CRO, conversion rate optimization test here. What I want you to do right now is go to your Google inbox, your Gmail inbox, and you are not going to open any email. Just take a look at all the emails in your inbox and tell me which of them compelled you to click that particular email and read that email, because that's important. When it comes to email, you're basically fighting for attention. So you always imagine yourself and 20 others fighting for the attention of your reader, whose attention span is even less than that of a goldfish. So attention is the name of the game, and you have to fight for it from the get-go. So here's the cool stuff. I'm gonna use the marker again. This is the from name, and you can see her her headshot here. So let's say if you have still got that inbox open. So in your inbox, you would see a lot of emails, and most of those emails, instead of this headshot, you would see the initials, or just one, the first initial. So for example, Ben Settle, famous email marketer, all his emails, they don't have his images, they don't have his headshot, but she picked to do this. She decided to to be more visible. So which is a good thing. So this creates trust. Basically, you can see that you're not talking to a brand, you're not talking to some initials, you're talking to a particular person. So you can see her photo, there's a warm vibe to it, she's smiling, and all these small things, they make difference, definitely. So the other thing that I would like you to pay attention to is that she's not only using her name, but she's using her brand as well. So you would see her name, Kiana, you would see her brand's name. She's leaving no doubt there at all. Zero doubt, zero confusion, maximum credibility, which is good. So your from name is very important. So some people basically, they play some tricks when picking the from name, which is something for another video, but it's very important. Now let's talk about the subject line, because here I think it can use some improvement. So let's talk about it. The subject line could be much better if the word my wasn't there. It's always about them, not you. So for example, we use some language tools, and you basically feed copy to those tools, and the tool tells you what exactly is the ratio between me and you, my and your, something like that, because that ratio is very important. When it comes to marketing, it's always about your market, it's never about you. Yes, you can talk about you, especially if you're a personal brand. You have to talk about your success, what you're going to do for them. So it's inevitable to use the words like I, or me, or my, or mine, but there should always be a ratio in your mind, and that ratio is at least 3 to 1. So for every my, or I, or me, there should at least be 3 your or you, something like that. So that's one reason to remove this word my. Another reason is that if you remove my from this subject line, nothing changes. So if I just remove my, let me just do it for a while. It says, free challenge starts Monday. Are you coming? And nothing changes. It's still conveying what you're trying to convey. So that's one more reason to drop my. The second reason is that, as I said, it's all about attention from the get go. The minute your email arrives in your market's inbox, it's an uphill battle to win their attention, and you do that with relevance. So relevance is very important. I cannot emphasize that enough. So the first ever word, instead of talking about a challenge, again, challenges, they create friction. No one wants a challenge in their life, even if it's free. So I understand the concept here. There are challenge funnels, and it's not bad. You can do that, but maybe before challenge you could have used something that assured value. So, for example, uh, 5 day financial freedom challenge or something like that, right? You could do that. First line, just like an ad's hook is all about grabbing attention, an email's first line is also all about grabbing attention. And I have seen her using this type of lines in her ads and in her emails, and it's on purpose. So this has something to do with brand's voice, and this is cool. Subject to testing, like again, it's me versus you, but I think that those people. So this is something important basically. This is the first email of a promo sequence. And I bet that a lot of people who are reading this email are the first time subscribers. So they don't know a lot about you, your personality, the entire vibe and feel you're going for. So to those people, this subject line might not be a good idea. In your daily emails, where you're just doing random chit chat and then you slowly seek into your offer, in those emails, a first line like this, it's a very good idea. You should definitely do that. But in your promo sequence, again, it's subject to testing. I don't have any authority to rule this out. I don't know if it's a good idea or bad idea. Maybe she has tested both versions and she went with this after testing. We don't know that stuff. But uh, overall, I think I love the nurturing, mom like vibe that there is to this particular first line. Excuse me. Then let's talk about the body copy. So I'm hosting a free 5 day challenge starting on Monday to show you how you can start making your money work for you without having to pay ridiculous fees to money managers. So this is good part. So you're keeping the market from disqualifying itself, you're removing friction, you're busting a possible objection, telling them how easy it is, and you're doing exactly what you could do in the subject line too. You're telling them that this challenge is actually all about making money work for you, right? Which is a good thing. So now this challenge doesn't sound like a challenge at all. Now it's a pleasant challenge. So this is something good, which is what I say here. So this is perfect. You're giving them context, you're telling them what they will achieve, you're also telling them what they would not have to do to achieve what they want to achieve, and the CTL link is also there. And she has used 3 CTL links in this email, by the way, which is a good thing to do, which is what you must do when it's a long form ad or a long form email. So at least drop 2 to 3 CTL links. Then comes the CTA. I'll be going live on Zoom and in the Facebook group each day at 8 p.m. through Friday, and you do not want to miss it. You can check out all of the details here. So this is also good, but right after the previous sentence and before this one, she should have used some sort of proof here. So this is quite, amazing, astonishing to see that she doesn't use social proof a lot. And again, I don't know the strategy, whatever brand strategy or marketing strategy is there. The A/B test that she has already done, I don't know anything about them, so I'm not judging anything here. But these two certainties, they always work. Hitting emotional hot buttons of your market and using social proof. So I would say go for it. Use social proof after you make a big claim. So you have made a big claim here that people would achieve financial freedom, make their money work for them without having to talk to money managers. After that, I would use social proof definitely. where's the proof that what you are saying is going to work? Okay, here it is. See all these people who use this thing and they're happy about it. It worked for them. That's one thing. The second thing is that I haven't written it here, but I have just noticed it here. So the second thing is what's in it for me. So you're talking about some details, which is good. You're sort of using curiosity here, but maybe you could have used some curiosity bullets, some fascinations here. Tell them the benefits of attending this Zoom call, tell them the benefits of this Facebook group, something like that to make it more appealing for them. Um, Okay, and then comes this part, and for the first time ever, I'm opening the doors to our Invest Diva movement Facebook community, so you can experience the fun, passion, and energy that our students bring every single day. Uh, the first thing is this particular brand name or mechanism name. I think it's brand name, not the mechanism name. Invest Diva. Uh, you know, I don't know how many people are familiar with this word because I watched a particular video where Kiana basically explained this word and what this movement means. The word is not that important as the movement is. So, and since this is first email of promo and a lot of first time leads are reading this email, maybe it's a good idea to explain what Invest Diva movement is. That's the first thing I have to say. Second thing is fun, passion, and energy. So it's good. This is basically these words explain her brand. Fun, passion, energy, mom like warm vibe to it, which is good. But people actually want something more than fun, passion, and energy. Fun, passion, energy, they could be secondary benefits, but you should always start with the primary benefits, what they actually want. What's the end result? What are the biggest outcomes that they expect? So you start with them and then you talk about the secondary benefits. Then comes CTA again. Oh, and did I mention it's free? Just sign up here and I'll send you all the juicy details. This is also good, but there's something to consider here. Why free? The moment you say something is free, people they sort of lose their drive for whatever you're selling. And I'm going to tell you a few examples. So, like, there are some marketing books, for example, that I've read. For example, I bought Jennifer Harris's book on finding the right message, and that book was, I think, what, $13 or something, and that book explained the research process, the back end research process that you should always use before you start writing copy for any client. And I already knew some of those things because I had heard them from some other people, but I didn't have access to the entire system. And that book was amazing. It included forms. There were some website links, some URLs that I went to. I downloaded those forms. I've been using them ever since, and I cannot love that book more. And then there are some courses on copy and research which cost you anywhere from $200 to $5,000, which never explain the entire research process as well as that book did. So that's just one example. A $13 book compared to a $5,000 mastermind on sales copy. If you are, an ill-informed first-time lead, a cold lead who doesn't need a lot, who doesn't know a lot, and I tell you and I ask you, it's a simple crow test. Okay, what would you trust more? A $13 book on research, how to conduct research, or a $900 course, or a 3,000 mastermind? Almost always you would go with the high ticket offer. You would say yes. I mean, if this woman is only charging $13 for a book, I bet that it's a book funnel. I bet that it would be just just be a hook where she would try to sell me on her back end offer. So I bet that a $13 book is not as informational is not as valuable as a $900 course or a $3,000 mastermind is. So that's how people think. Excuse me. So imagine if they take this of a $13 book, which is actually very valuable and very helpful. What is it they're going to think about something free? The moment you say it's free, they say, "Oh crap, no, it's not useful. Just another lead magnet." That's what they think. Your more informed market. It has seen all lead magnets. It has been to webinars. It has downloaded free books, read those PDF books. It has been through everything. The moment you say free, they say, "Oh crap, okay, it's a lead magnet. It's nothing. Why should I go there?" Right? And those who are not very well aware, still the word free is going to tell them that it's not valuable, because anything that's valuable is not free. Nothing that's valuable in life comes free. So what should you do? You shouldn't say it's free. No, that's not the approach that you would take. You should actually give them a reason why it's free. You should always have a good reason, a good excuse ready to tell them why it's free. So, for example, Frank Kern has his particular way to tell people why he's offering something for free. Then you come to the last part. I can't wait to help you make your money work for you. And then you have your name. Sharing is caring. Forward this email to 3 friends that are ready to be in control of their financial future. So this is good. The I cannot wait to help part is good. So it goes with the brand voice. Empathy is there. And you're asking them to share it with friends, which is also good. But what's missing is some sort of urgency. And I understand that the type of brand she owns, there can't be fake scarcity, limited seats, limited time available, limited time, stuff like that won't work. But it doesn't mean you cannot create urgency. There are multiple other ways to create urgency. So, for example, I worked for this couple. I've just talked about that. I think they help they help mothers and couples launch and scale Amazon stores. And I cannot mention the name here because they are the clients of the agency I work with, but I wrote copy for them, and I wrote it from a direct response viewpoint, and the husband and wife, they didn't like it. So they told me it wasn't good, and I asked them why it wasn't good, and told them okay, look, that's the brand we are running here. We have a very mom-like, very humble, very nurturing kind of vibe and feel to it, and your copy is direct response copy, which might be good for results, but we don't want that type of copy. So I said, okay, no problem. I went back to the to the drawing board, and I wrote a new ad for them, and that had that mom-like vibe, the nurturing vibe and feel to it. And the urgency I used in that ad was not the urgency of limited time or limited seats. I basically, excuse me, if I recall correctly, I think I used the urgency of low-hanging fruit. Like, what is it that they are exactly going to get if they click the link and watch the training? Something like that. But there are 9 or 10 other urgency types that they can use, and it doesn't always have to be limited time or limited seats available. So this is it, my tear down of this funnel, not the entire funnel, but just one email, one ad, and the landing page. If you liked it, let me know in the comment box below. If you have any questions, kindly let me know, and do subscribe to my channel if you want to. If you don't want to miss out on other funnel, reviews that I'm going to publish here. And if you like this review, if you think that I can help you out, you want to reach out to me and you want me to dissect your funnel, there is an email in the description below. You can just reach out to me via that email, or let me know in the comment box below with your email, and I would see if I have time to go through another funnel, because I already have some funnels in the pipeline that I want to dissect. But I would love to take a look at your funnel and see if I can help you. Thank you very much for watching.